Playing the Sonic Generations Remaster is kind of pointless if you're on PC. There's no mod support, at least as of the making of this video. It's more demanding than the 2011 original, and it has noticeable frame pacing issues when played on displays set higher than 60Hz. Obviously, you can fix this easily by setting your refresh rate to 60Hz or capping the game to 60 FPS using Riva Tuner Statistics Server. But regardless, after going through all that stress, you're basically left asking yourself one question: why am I even playing this version to begin with? So let's look at what the remaster adds. There's the drop dash, modernized controls inspired by Frontiers, rewritten and redubbed dialogue by Ian Flynn, multiple save slots. This one was actually a good addition. New trio rescue missions, optional lives, and an in-game graphics configuration menu. And to be fair, that last one is nice because you don't have to deal with that old stupid configuration launcher that always messes up sometimes. But here's the problem: almost none of this is enough to justify playing this over the 2011 version on PC, especially when mods already do most of this and often even better. The drop dash can be added to Classic Sonic via the Classic Sonic Improvement mod, and as for Modern Sonic, even though there isn't a dedicated drop dash mod yet, the Momentum Spin Dash mod gives similar or even better physics than what the remaster offers. And the modern controls aren't really a selling point either. You can already remap the boost button using Steam inputs or reassign the homing attack to the boost button through the mod manager. I won't spend too much time on the remaster cutscenes. The cutscene changes don't really matter much to me, they don't affect the gameplay.
We're traveling through time, Sonic!
Without the time stones?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But at the end of the day, dialogue changes don't really affect how Sonic Generations plays. The new trio rescue missions don't really unlock anything meaningful. They are basically just an excuse to replay the same levels again. The in-game graphics configuration menu is a nice addition, but it's also bare bones. You only get one type of anti-aliasing, like there's only FXA. There's no option for higher frame rates, so overall you're still pretty limited. Meanwhile, the 2011 version has multiple graphical enhancement mods, stars codes to run the game at higher frame rates, and even ultra wide display mods. And yeah, the original still has its issues, like that configuration tool mismatch error, but issues like that are easily fixable. So if you already own a 2011 PC original, the real question isn't whether or not you should buy the remaster, it's how to get the most out of the version you already have. With the right mods, the original ends up being a better experience than the remaster. I'm gonna quickly go over the mods I recommend. These are mods that I use personally to have like the best experience out of the OG 2011 PC version of Sonic Generations. I'm going to assume you already have the HedgeModManager installed. If not, I don't know what you're doing. Go and download it. The thing is not hard to set up. First up is the Direct 3D 11 mod. This mod improves frame pacing issues, reduces stuttering, lowers input delay, cuts down RAM usage, and overall makes the game more optimized for modern systems. Next is the Better Effects pipeline. This mod improves Sonic Generations renderer by fixing post-processing effects like bloom and depth of field at all resolutions, and it adds support for downsampling and super sampling. If you just want to play the normal base vanilla game without touching the visuals too much, you can just stop here. Okay, next up are the quality of life improvement mods. I'll start with soft shadows. This adds higher quality softer shadows to like the normal vanilla Sonic Generations, and it makes the lighting look much more natural. Next up is the Remastered GUI. Remastered GUI brings the higher resolution UI from Sonic X Shadow Generations to the 2011 PC version, making menus and HUD elements much more cleaner and sharper. It also includes like a fully configurable button prompt for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and keyboard. There's also a high-res HUD mode that upscales the 2011 UI, but it's mostly redundant if you're using the Remastered GUI mode, but it's still worth checking out if you prefer the classic look. High quality textures replaces many low resolution textures with higher quality versions. It cleans up compression artifacts, and it also improves detail across the game, mostly in areas like white space. It takes advantage of the Direct 3D level mod and supports the Remastered GUI. The next two mods replaces the same cutscene files, so you want to pick one: the higher quality PS3 cutscenes mod or the Sonic X Shadow Generations Remaster cutscenes mod if you want something closer to the remaster. There are also some minor mods too, like the War Jump Fix mod and the Reappeared Red Rings mod. That's basically all the mods I use for the original 2011 PC version of Sonic Generations. So yeah, that's all. Wait, no. Remember when I said how you could play the original Sonic Generations at higher frame rates? Well, yes, how? Go to the code tab in the HedgeModManager, then graphics, then FPS, and enable these three options. This lets the game run at higher frame rates if your system can handle it. I can personally run the game at 120 FPS with little to no frame rate drops, and I'm on a like older potato trash RTX 3050 mobile. So now that's basically how I always played Sonic Generations on PC. Now it's not perfect. The higher frame rates stuff like causes issues for the game's engine because the engine isn't really built for higher frame rates. Sometimes Sonic won't move when standing still, and there's a bug in the final stretch of Chemical Plant Act 2 where the last pulley can fling you off the level. Outside of that, nothing really affects the core gameplay. Oh, and while you're in the code section, enable these codes too. So yeah, that's like basically why I still play the 2011 PC version of Sonic Generations. With mods, it's smoother, more flexible. It's honestly just a better experience than the remaster. If you're on PC, you basically already own the best version of Sonic Generations.
This shall be your grave. Lights out! Go to hell! Go to hell! Silence! Have you decided which one of you will die first? You shall die! Ha! Try me.